Giant Robot Therapy Hour. I'm your host, and we are going to we're going in for the deadliest catch. I'm looking for a king crab. Trying to round out our crab lance, so we're gonna go kick in the teeth of some pirates. Reconquest. Perfect. Look, a heavily armed pirate band taking control of the facility. We don't really care, so we're just going to destroy it. Negotiate in. Oh, that's good. We get some more rep with the Federated Sons. Max salvage, and away we go. Alright. I was having a good night just before this, and so I'm hoping that it stays that way. Hoping it stays a good night. Some things we might talk about tonight. Just finished up a book I was reading. I had some thoughts on it in regards to climbing or flow. Hello to folks who just joined. How are you? And something else we might talk about tonight is just like modeling and how to get things done. Or just in general, how to get things done. Just something I noticed right before coming on here. So, of course, the first thing we need to do is go kick in the teeth on some pirates here. Fix gun emplacements. Sure. Time to get paid. That's right. Let's go get paid. Pirate garrison. Let's take a look-see up here. That looks like a turret. And probably a turret. Maybe just two. Hard to say. Do we have anywhere we can hide from turrets? Nope, it's pretty open, so we're gonna have to hope there actually are no turrets up there.
Coordinates received.
Right. Just start the advance. I'm gonna wait until we get a little bit into it before we start talking about random stuff, but we are going to talk about random stuff. Giant Robot Therapy Hour is in effect. Alright, well, I would like him to move first, although that's probably not going to happen. Oh, it did happen. It's an awesome. Well, Missile Crab can take the first shot. Yep. General damage. Not worth all that much. Probably should have just launched a single barrage of missiles. Doesn't look like they saw me though. There's a bonus. I'm not concerned terribly much about rough terrain, but we'll do this. Okay. Yep. I think we're just going to do some general damage. I'm hoping that that's it. It doesn't seem like they're doing a whole lot of guarding. So it's possible they don't have any reserves for me to worry about. That'll be nice. So yeah, right before we dropped on stream, I was trying to knock out a couple of little hobby projects, and I got a lot done. Like I got down to my hobby desk where I do the streaming and where I work on stuff.
Yep.
And you know, I was surprised with how much I actually got done. Yeah, that's a way better shot. That was way more damage, or at least comparable damage for less resources.
Yeah.
You know, like just to list off some things, I worked on the bases for my Gundams. I got little display bases, not the display, they're gaming bases I'm making to be able to use some of my Gundam models in a game called Gamma Wolves.
Receiving you.
So I did that and got some work done on them. Just kind of added some tufts, took some pictures, saw how a couple of the robots I'm working on sort of looked when they got stuck on the base. I added some little tufts, so that part was good. Here we go. Pop. What else did I do? I actually did some painting, so I got a little more progress on, again, some little like beholders that I'm painting up. They're the beholder kit, so they're not really full-on beholders, but there's a gazer and 2 spectators. There's a spectator and 2 gazers. You know, just some random little D&D miniatures that I picked up. Another awesome. That's fantastic.
What do you need? Let's move. Take this.
I worked on the next round of bases that I have to do a little bit. You know, basically just glued some bases onto some pink foam and set them up to dry. So that'll be done in another day or by tomorrow, and then in a day or so I can
Ready for orders.
crack them out of there.
Heading out.
And cut the foam away. Have some nice bases. And then, yeah, like I said, I got some painting done on those spectators, those little beholder guys, and worked on their bases a little bit, worked on their eyes a little bit. Sensor lock was a little bit too little too late.
Yeah. Copy that.
But that was a lot of progress. And like I said, I came about down about 25 minutes before the stream, starting the stream. Worked on that for really just 15 minutes and got a lot done. And I think the reason for that is, there's a couple reasons for that. One is I have a list of things. I like to keep lists, and so I keep, you know, a list of things.
On my way.
And oh, this is a Highlander, okay, that I'm working on. So anytime I never spend any time sitting around thinking, hey, what should I work on?
Yes,
I basically always, you know, got an answer.
Aye, aye. Target acquired.
I just look down the list. I find the thing
Got a lock on me.
I find the thing to work on, and then, you know, I get it done. That's going to be a lot. Well, let's make sure we make the best of this, because we're going to be running hot soon. And that works out really well. And the other thing that I think really benefits me is I do have a dedicated space, you know, for doing this stuff, for my hobby stuff, for the streaming stuff. Like, I can leave stuff basically,
Waiting on you, Commander.
you know, set up.
You betcha.
Which means I can sort of, it doesn't take a whole lot of time for me to pull out tools, pull out supplies, get all the things that, you know, I need to get together.
Yeah.
I guess we're bracing that turn so we don't overheat ourselves.
Enemy sensor lock detected.
Affirmative. Firing on target. Sensor lock on me.
Because, you know, setup time can be the thing that really ends up getting you the most. It takes you 5 minutes to set up. That can be a really frustrating thing. It can really like disincentivize you from starting anything.
Enemy mech destroyed. Yep.
Standing by.
What do you need? Moving to position. Roger. Waiting for orders. I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Waiting for orders. Roger.
Engaging target.
Scratch another target.
Enemy mech destroyed.
On it.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Yeah, so I think having a dedicated space makes it easy. Like there's thoughts in video games too that there's this idea of like what they call it, bite-sized gaming or snackable gaming. I really hate the term, but the idea is you want to be able to make short sessions. You want to be able to sort of really, people need to get in to your game and get out really quick. I mean, this is especially important in a mobile game. Get into your game, get out. Like if somebody's standing in line, then in the grocery store, can they pick up and play your game right then? Right? Like, if they can, they're likely to do that. If they can't, they're likely to open up their email. And so that's the thing you've got to contend with is, can you provide a faster, more engaging experience than someone's email? And if you can, then they're likely to engage with whatever you've got. And if you can't, then you're sunk. You're competing against all these other things that are vying for people's attention at any given moment.
Warning. Enemy reinforcements detected.
I don't think that's a reinforcement. I think that's just a turret that was always there.
Got it. Receiving you.
I'm curious if I can. Oh, now there are additional pirate reinforcements. Great. Make sure we take out this turret.
Yep. Understood.
I think that might be all the turrets.
That one's gone.
I hear ya. On my way. Here we go.
Enemy structure is weakening.
So it's something to think about. Like you can apply this sort of video game development or productization principle to your own life, basically. To set up your environment so that you're able to accomplish more things. And now I sound like a self-help guru, which is not my intention. It's just I noticed that right before I came in, popped on the stream. Hey, look, I'd gotten a lot done in only like 15 minutes. And I wasn't really expecting to get things done. I was just kind of coming here to sit down and talk about stuff. Think about what I was going to talk about on my stream and talk about tonight on the stream, and that just sort of that came to mind. Me realizing that, hey, I actually got a decent amount of stuff done, and then I had to think about why. It really was. It's the environment. It's having the list of things that I'm working on, so that at any point in time I can just pick up that list and go, and I know right where to go, and it doesn't take me 20 minutes to set up. It's just all my supplies, all my projects are all right there at hand. So for I guess what I'm saying is, I think I want to spend a little more time sort of like optimizing for that, like figure out how I can, sort of get even more, or even faster and like if I feel like, okay, if I only have time for this, that, and the other, how can I make sure I don't have to spend, any more time than necessary?
Position confirmed. I'll do what I can.
Engaging target.
Standing by. Locked on. Yep. Copy that. That one's gone.
Yeah, I'm really happy I got all that work done. I'll probably post up some pictures on Instagram showing what I got done tonight, just to sort of cement it and reinforce it for me. So that'll be good. I don't know. I usually don't evac without finishing everything off.
What can I do for
But
you?
I don't even know where
Don't need to tell me twice.
the rest of the baddies are. I spoke too soon. There they are.
Ready for
All
orders.
right, let's go make sure everyone's.
Roger.
And I didn't really find anything. I mean, this is supposed to be a 5 skull mission, and so far it's been pretty lackluster, I should say.
Warning.
Oh, there we go.
Detected.
Now we got a sensor lock. Who's that? Main man. Okay, I'll just sprint on out. Right? I'm gonna sprint to the trees.
Full throttle.
Out of the bubble.
What's up, boss?
Let's see, where do I need to go to be able to sensor lock this guy? That looks like it'll do.
Got it.
Sort of got my evac zone. Yeah, he's headed into my evac zone. So Leopard won't be coming to pick me up because we cannot afford. He's only got 1 bit of defense, so this will do plenty of damage. Spoosh.
Yeah? Take this.
Nice. Got in, just looks like maybe some legs. Never skip leg day. Oh, is that my 100-tonner? There we go. You You sprint back in. Get back in the bubble.
Orders?
Actually, you know what? Reserve up.
Waiting for the right.
See if we can make them move a little bit. Somebody got sensor locked. I think it was you. Decker. One person has to take some hits, so be it.
Got a lock.
Good to go.
Now we'll just move you back to make it harder to hurt you. But somebody down there is. Yeah, we're just gonna general damage. Try to pop a leg, maybe pop off that's torso. Mostly it's probably gonna hit the arms. Oh, there we go. Torso pop.
That came from. Dang it, that
Oh,
hurt.
crud. Yep, that's a head hit. Not good.
What do you need?
Well, that's going to be her out for some amount of time. Yeah. I don't know if I go for that. Is it going to. Yeah, we got a good shot on that now. See if we can just take out the CT on this thing. Oh, I bet we're really close. Yeah, the thing is she got hit in the head. Glitch did. But, you know, it's just random. But it sucks to get hit in the head with the BBC. That is not. I'm sure that is not an enjoyable experience. Alright, we're going to reserve up. See who gets sensor locked. Nobody. Okay.
Ready for orders.
You start moving back towards the trees. Yeah, alright, if I hit here,
Location confirmed.
it's an atlas. Of course it's an atlas. It's always an atlas.
Sensors locked on. They got a lock on me.
Yep, yep. Alright, you can start getting into the game. Move you back. How much is left? Nothing? Just about. Alright, let's pull the CT off this guy. Fantastic. That's what we wanted.
Commander?
Kind of want that to go last. You're welcome to travel to the extreme. He took a shot, so that means he's vulnerable.
Okay, I'm on it.
Wow. It's a lot of center torso armor. Center torso armor. Turn. That head's got nothing left. Put everything into the center torso again.
Affirmative.
Barely made it through, I think. Past the armor. Alright. That's fine, that's him being a spot. Oh, there's another 100-tonner. Yeah, that straight shot thing kind of makes me want to spread out my guys a little bit more. I always forget to do that.
Orders?
What's left on this thing? 105. It's a good chunk of damage. Good chunk of structure still left. Not sure we're going to get through it. Not with those shots.
What's up, boss? On my way.
What do we have left? 10? We'll just use missiles. We don't need to waste the heat.
Engaging target.
That should hopefully be 2 left.
What do you need?
Yeah, this is a good opportunity for me to brace up, bleed some heat.
They've got a lock on me.
There's 1.
Good to go.
Yeah, when both my long range guys can just drop some heat. Great.
Damage is minor, Commander.
So there's more. Something else is sensor locking me. Because those 2 guys shot. Are there turrets? There is. There's a turret back here doing the sensor locking. Okay. That's fine. That just means we need to back up out of sensor lock range.
Yeah? Understood. Roger.
Or we need to blitz them and just take them down. Because that's also an option. I don't have enough for precision strikes right now, so I think this is a rebuilding round. Alright, we're through on the center for that guy.
Orders?
Yeah, you know what?
Target confirmed.
Oof, just got him right with the last couple missiles. But down he goes. Very nice.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Commander?
And you'll just brace up and bleed the last of your heat.
Sounds smart. Cooling.
No problem. 2 PPCs. What would shoot 2 PPCs? Strange.
Good to go. Commander?
Now we're gonna do this. Can you get up there and spot? Yeah. Banshee. It's got 2 PPCs. Alright, we're gonna do some basically some general damage. We have enough for 2 called shots.
Yep.
So we'll do that.
Confirmed. Aye, aye. Engaging target. Badass.
The question becomes, alright, with 120 left,
Ready for orders.
you should be able to do this. Should be able to hole them out. There we go. Yep.
Enemy down.
Now presumably we'll be able to go and find the
Waiting for orders.
thing that was sensor locking us.
Moving to position.
Got it.
And by the time we get there, the heat should have bled off enough, but it's got to be over there.
Receiving you.
Waiting for orders.
And that's my only way down off the mountain.
What do you need? Let's move. Aye, aye.
You know what? I don't think I'm going to bother. I think I'm just going to.
Good to go.
I'm going to bail. I'm going to get out of here.
On it.
Calling the leopard and we're going to call it done. Ooh, that's a fancy shadow on the leopard, making it look all dark and stormy. Alright, the review board rating's going up, up, up. What if anything good happens at the house? Wow. 2 people took injuries. I'm going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel to get a full lance piloted. Alright, do I have anything cool to salvage? Medium lasers. There's no PPC pluses. This is kind of strange. Oh yes, a very nice SRM6. On mods, heat sinks up. Heat sinks for days. Alright, and then I think I'll just complete an atlas so I can sell it. And that'll be. I don't have enough to complete an atlas. Bummer. This will grab the Banshee. Good, 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 good. Alright, let's see if there's any more pirates we can tangle with here. I might have to look for a slightly easier mission since I'm going to be using some slightly less experienced pilots. I won't be able to count on being able to put a hole in the center torso at will. You really got to get that tactics stat up so that you can get that 80-90% torso shot. 7 days contracts. Let's see. Davian Patrol, I don't want to mess with that. And a Torian thing. So let's take a trip. Alright, where do I want to go? I want to go somewhere nice and chilly. And I'm looking for Skull. I'm sitting out here. What's the travel contract, I wonder? Against the Davions. This is Pirates 5-star. 5-star in a desert heat's going to be horrendous if we try that one. So we'll skip it again. We'll skip those. I really want to get the Torians to like me more. Go to Renfield. Oh, we got to go to Renfield. That's right up my alley. Any place called Renfield. So, yeah, we're gonna head out there, and I guess we'll get and try to take another mission. I don't think I've made any new mechs, did I? Got nothing to store. No, but I do need to repair this one. Okay, that's fine now. Yeah, that's good. Wouldn't want to go into battle with a busted up head. It's only going to take a day. Yep, thanks, Yang. So the other topic I've got on my list is I finished up the Alex Honnold book, the one about rock climbing, called Alone on the Wall. Alex Honnold is the guy, the rock climber who free soloed El Capitan, so he's the subject of the movie Free Solo, which I thought was a really, really well done movie. You know, I go to the gym and I rock climb, but I'm not what you'd call like a rock climbing enthusiast. I never go outside. I don't like watch rock climbing movies and stuff, but man, that movie just had some real like white knuckle parts in it. Like just could viscerally feel like I think the fear that I would have. It just reminds me of places I've been and situations I've been in where that fear, you feel that fear, and you're like, oh God, what am I going to do? And you just don't know. Yeah, the way they filmed that. Nope. Well, there was nothing here. That's disappointing. I guess we can go to the store real quick. I don't think there'll be anything. What would I even want to buy? Locust, Quick Draw, Commandos. PPCs that are nice. Arm mods. Leg mods. Nope, nothing. Alright, well. Let's go to a different map now. Maybe the next one. So, should have known. A place called Renfield wouldn't have anything. Atreus Prime. I like inner sphere level civilizations and manufacturing worlds, so off we go. Sure. Just burn money. Looking for a nice job that we can enjoy. Doesn't really matter now what things I take by. The guys who are injured are back on duty. So that's nice. But so yeah, in the book he has Alex writes like a really vivid description of his climb up El Capitan, and sort of the prep and other things. There's a lot of stuff that had gone on before him, but the movie, of course, can't really get into what Alex was feeling or thinking in the moments of the climb. It doesn't break it down at that level of detail, but then in the book he can do it. And the book was written before the movie came out, before he had actually done the free solo. It was like the book was like 3 years before that, kind of after I think Alex had done one of the other big climbs in Yosemite without a rope. Then there are now 2 new chapters in the book, and I got it digitally off of Amazon or whatever. And then reading through the first part of the book was good, and it talked about one of his previous relationships, which was kind of interesting given that in the movie it very much went into like his current relationship and talked about that and used that as like an emotional touchstone for the movie. Pirate research station. Capture a base in the desert. Oh, this is perfect. Right up my alley. Should have actually looked for a more difficult thing, but hey, I get to help out the Torian Concordant. Try and start like building that reputation back up. I shouldn't say back up, but building that reputation up. That's honored. And this is, yeah, anyways, we're gonna drop 400 tons of metal on top of these pirates' heads. It's a low-level mission, so I'm actually going to give a couple of these guys the opportunity to succeed. Let's see, you've got sensor lock and multi-target. We'll just drop you in here. Take some experienced pilots, but we'll also take some people who really need the time in the cockpit. So Justice and Swing never dropped with these guys, so this will be interesting. Hopefully they don't get my assault mechs killed, destroyed. Hopefully they don't get killed. But yeah, the sort of the chapters that are at the end, they're written like in Alex's own words and his own voice, were intriguing to me. He spends a good time like talking about how he was feeling and what he was thinking and what he saw on each sort of like section of the climb, the El Capitan climb that he was on. And so it reminded me of the sort of like the theory of flow. The first thing I thought about, actually before I even got to flow, before I put like a definition onto it, the first thing I thought about was that sort of we was talking about where he had to really bear down and concentrate, not lose focus, and other times things just sort of came easily. He just kicked off like the easy things one by one, and then when we got to the hard things, he had to slow down and take his time, that sort of stuff. But it really actually reminded me of the process, like some sort of how I sometimes feel when I'm programming. Depending on what you're working on, sometimes you can get that similar feeling, like you copy and you cut out a chunk of code, and reuse it, turn it into a function and reuse it somewhere else. When you're really sort of in the groove, or you're fixing bugs or just getting something to compile and just kicking out tasks, kicking out You know, all right, do this, now do this, now do this. And one by one, you sort of just
Consider it done.
get it done.
Moving out. Ready for orders.
Might as well shoot this thing. No reason not to.
Roger.
Well, that's not true. There is a reason not to, but I didn't do it. It's fine. We'll just take it out. We'll just take out this turret. So far, so good. That's one turret down. I'm not sure. There might just be two. Let's find out.
What's the plan?
Let's send the snipers off through the scrub over here so they can stay in cover. Have a little.
Good to go.
I think the best bet now is to reserve.
Receiving you.
I could come up. There's the rest of the turrets. I'll just brace out. I don't well, at least I braced. Let's see.
How might I help? Awaiting orders.
Yeah, see if you can take out this turret. Other rounds 225. Nah, you can't.
Never come.
I don't think I can get enough damage there to actually take it. Oh, wow, let's take that back. I got him.
Left turret.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, he's all done. So we will sensor lock. I guess this guy, I don't think anyone's going to be able to get around to see him, but we'll try it.
What's up, boss?
Yeah, but if you sprint, you can get into the trees. Alright, well, that's fine.
Move. Full speed.
I don't mind.
Good to go.
And we'll put you back here. We do have a good view of it. Yes. Yes, I think we know that there are gun emplacements. We have positive confirmation on that.
On it.
Now, hopefully you can get around to where you can see that. Nope. Alright, well. Depends on which of these turrets goes first, what we do.
They've got a sensor lock on.
Okay. I think that one went, which means
Commander?
we're just going to plug this guy. I don't think he can shoot through there. He might be able to. We'll,
Fire in all weapons.
there we go. Easy, easy.
Reporting.
How many missiles does this take to destroy? Probably, let's see. 30 times 4 is 120. So yeah, there we go.
Target acquired is locked in.
Most of the missiles hit, it'll go away. Yep, did it. Alright, well that's the turrets down. So fantastic.
Affirmative. As you
Get
wish.
these guys in the trees.
Move order received. Of course. Heads up, Commander. You've got
Yeah.
hostile contacts inbound.
Alright, so we'll move Decker
Stand by.
first. Try to make sure we can Sensor lock this jabroni. Missile craft can stay where he is,
Yeah, Commander.
but you should probably slide over. Right. So I'll start trying to make them move first, waste their.
Waiting for
Well,
orders.
you're not going to get anything. So let's see, an 80 tonner. 9 tonner. We'll lock the 80 tonner for now.
Orders? On my way.
It's a long shot. Yeah, it's just a Gauss. I'll take it anyways. We'll give it a shot. Poof. Good. He doesn't have the best damage reduction up, so next turn. Next turn we'll get all kinds of heavy fire on him. But yeah, so like I've definitely experienced a thing where there's like a point where like everything seems right and you're just moving from like one thing to the next. I've experienced that too in like athletics, like running, or the lower level rock climbing that I do. I'll go burn some of this because we'll get it back. What he described, like, sort of really, I guess, resonated with me, made sense to me.
Yes, Commander. Confirmed.
Wow, he really moved. 35%. It's not great, but I'll just give it a shot. Yeah, he sprinted. That Highlander sprinted. All right.
Orders?
I think if I move back, he won't be able to get to me unless he sprints again. He'll scratch his paint. Reading about that made me think of the work I do programming and how you can really just get into those, like, they call it being in the zone.
Waiting for orders.
Or there's someone else who I think they called it flow. It was really cool, and you get the same thing. Like here we are playing video games, and like you really do. You get the same thing, the same sort of feeling playing video games. And if you've ever played a shooter, you know what I'm talking about. Like
Confirmed.
you just sort of like you get into it, and everything seems to be going right. Like I think it happens a lot in shooters. Shooters are very close to like a sort of sports experience.
Holding for the right opportunity. You have orders? Be there in a jiff. Target confirmed.
A bit of a waste of missiles there. Should have bombed it with just one of my 20s. And I thought that, I felt like what he was talking about, what he said that he had experienced up there on the wall very much is a thing that, maybe everyone's not going to climb giant walls without a rope. But I felt like this experience was not impossible for the average person to sort of get a taste of, right? It's certainly something that if you are good enough at what you're doing, then cycle.
boss. Confirmed.
Yeah, let's see if we can knock this guy out.
Engaging with target.
Nope. Close but no cigar, I'm thinking. And I think my next book project is I'm going to read, either find like that sort of original book about flow, or
Reporting. I understand.
or whatever the most current one is, because that flow book came out. It came out a while ago. Yeah, you're no good at that. No, it's multi-target. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. B gets to 10. C gets. There we go. Let's just spread some damage around. But alright, you don't have breaching shot. Whatever. I'm used to these guys having, 10s across the board, and whoever's piloting the missile boat having breaching shots. But this works quite a bit better. That's okay. Right now, the name of the game is we're trying to get them to
Ready for orders.
waste their shots. All right, there we go.
Location confirmed.
Man, this is painful. All right, I need to land one shot in the center there. Did not work. Okay. Should have just shot somebody else. Who's left to go? I think that guy is left to go, which means I can just, I just walk to where I want and put a shot into this guy. I'll take him down now, almost for sure. This guy's really good at called shots. There we go. All right, now we're on the upper end. We're on the winning end of the
Commander.
curve in terms of activations. Because I've got 4 activations and they've got 3. It means I can reserve and force one of their guys to move first. It's not a bad choice. Oh, he didn't quite get in within the wall there. So this guy can just move back behind the rock and not take a hit.
It will be done.
Then we're just going to rain down on this, try to make it so that the sniper can finish him off. Oh, well, that's even better. Got a nice ammo explosion there. Finish him off. See, now we're even further ahead on the. And what we're going to do now is move up close enough to where we can hit him with everything we've got right in his CT. Right. Yep, called shot, center torso, fire away. Perfect. Swing here. Swing here can just do similar, although she's not going to be very good at doing much of anything. Can I have the PPC both of them? No. But if we can land one in the CT, that'll make it easier for the next guy to finish him off. Yeah, that's what we wanted. Wow, we're really running hot. I may not actually, no, doesn't look like I'm going to finish this guy off. Well, I will. Probably, because that happened, and I get turns before they get to go. Although this does mean I'm going to take a hit off of this Atlas. but I think it's probably worth it. Yeah, we can put one middle laser off, and
Engaging target.
yeah, it's worth it to take one round of shots, probably.
One less target.
Is he still cloaked? That's ridiculous. Well, we'll reserve up and make that Atlas move. No, he's gone. We're just going to keep pounding away. I thought that I was going to get line of sight on him. No?
Awaiting
Well, this is too bad. No, it's not the end of the world. I guess what we'll do is we will brace,
Waiting for orders.
and we will be ready to hop out at a moment's notice. Alright. This might be the last turn I get to force the Atlas to move.
Yes, Commander.
Can I swing around behind? No. I think it's time to start punching, actually. Turn the lasers on. Get in there and just
Position confirmed.
we're running too hot to really do much of anything else.
How might I help?
I suppose just as you can get direct line of sight, yeah.
Consider it done.
Good. Oh no, that's still not direct line of sight. Oh well.
As you wish.
Scratch the paint with some LRMs. Yeah, I don't think we're taking this guy down in one
Out of LRM.
round.
Yeah, Commander.
But it's wobbly. Luckily,
All weapons on go. Critical hit, Commander.
oh, knockdown. That means free. Yeah, I think actually we've got him. All right. Yep, I don't have a choice. I can't. We're gonna bleed heat. We're gonna dump SRMs into the CT on this guy. Try to take out as much of that as we can. And then I get to go first. So I've got my two ace pilots here, and you can just, they can both just dump into the CT. That's probably gonna finish them off. Yeah. Good.
We can salvage that.
Alright. We did not get terribly shot up there, so that's pretty good. And we got more Atlas parts, so I should go finish out that Atlas. But unfortunately, we did not see the elusive king crab. And so the hunt will continue. We will get to the next king crab. So yeah, if you want to check out my Instagram, follow me there. You see all the cool like hobby stuff, miniature model hobbying stuff that I do. Follow on Twitch, follow on whatever. Obligatory follow messages, I feel like. But you know, if you like watching Battletech or painting miniatures or playing games, I do too. Let's talk about it together. And if nothing else, this has been my my giant robot therapy hour. And thanks to anyone who manages to tune in. I really appreciate it. We will catch you on the flip side.